Yuck.
Believe we're live.
I think we are. We have 0 viewers yet.
Can't be right. I'm watching it right now.
Huh. Guess this thing's a liar. Is anyone out there in the chat? Andrew Bundy, what's up? Liked and shared. Thank you very much. Much appreciated. Got a special treat for you tonight. It's not a, what did they call those back in the day? The King's match? It's not a King's match, but even better. What we have here tonight is a KO Challenge 1.4. Coleman Grosbier versus Tom Lemere.
You guys can. Yep.
I believe
I think we're ready to leg.
we start the set out with 8-ball.
Then 9-ball.
I think it's a race to 4 8-ball, race to 5 9-ball, and if they split a set, it is a race to 4 10-ball. Tom Lemere wins a leg. Where's Tom from? Do you know?
Didn't ask.
We are from the Coleman Grosbier camp. We'll try to be pretty unbiased towards Coleman though.
This match being played at the Mad Apple Burger and Billiards on College Avenue in Appleton, Wisconsin.
So probably not the normal view you're all used to. Usually we got the overhead light and the overhead cameras. They are doing some modifications to the stream here, so we're not full production here. Pete Besta, thank you for the like and share. What are they doing here?
Looks like we're doing some social media sharing.
Oh, okay. Yep.
Trying to
They
up
gotta
our
do that too.
viewers.
How many followers do each of the players have, I wonder?
Great question.
I think Dale should do that. Dale should require each player to get their own professional player Facebook fan page. Dale, if you're listening, make that happen. All right, and we're off. We're up to 5 viewers too.
Perfect. Looks like a dry break from Tom. Not a great opening shot for Coleman.
I think you rifle at that 3-ball combo, don't you?
Yeah, stripes aren't bad. Problem is, I think once you open that up, that solids are gonna look pretty good if he doesn't make that.
I think really all you have to do is pick apart that bottom part of the rack and then fall reasonably good on the 11. I don't know if I liked playing stripes but not shooting that 9-ball.
Yeah,
I think that's just a little too Marshfield League player defensive. You know, I'm not going to get out, so I'm not going to let him get out.
Yeah, and he took like his best breakout ball away.
And he's got to play safe already.
Bank that 11 over on top of the 9 and tie it up. Oh, even better, tie up your 14. Brief conversation with Tom before the match started. Sounds like he's been playing a little bit. had some health issues, but he's making the best of it here.
I don't know if I've ever met Tom.
This would be my first time, but I talked to him for 30 seconds. That's all I got for you. Coleman, of course, putting life on hold for the last 2 months, getting ready for this.
He told me he hasn't been playing at all. Is that not true?
Who knows? I think we determined on the way over here the last time he had his cues out was WSBA singles. Looks like Tom's gonna cut this in the side.
He's gonna have to start thinking about those other balls.
6-ball didn't roll to a very good spot.
Coleman's got a pretty good opportunity here to roll down for this 10 ball and maybe get a good angle to rifle at that 9. Coleman had another idea. He's still all right though. I mean, he might even have hooked Tom a little bit on that 6 ball.
Yeah, you got to think Tom's just looking at the edge of the 6 to. I don't know that shooting at the balls on the rail do him any good. Calling the bank.
Back by him?
Yep.
Oh, that's a nice shot. Really nice shot.
Very nice shot.
What's he got now? Does that 4 go past?
I was kind of wondering that. If it doesn't go past, can you just kind of roll into the 4, tick the edge of the 4, push the 9 to the rail, and leave Coleman really nothing? That's not a bad shot there. 1-4 combo probably goes. It does.
Yeah, that definitely progressed his set a little bit. I think, is he going to have a hard time? He's going to play safe. I think he would have had a hard time reaching that to.
Oh, to pocket it? Yeah, I think.
Well, to pocket and then like break out the 9.
Yeah, I think that's a.
Coleman's still containing Tom here. Tom must be able to see that 4 ball.
God, I'm kind of tied up weird now.
Tom didn't do his balls any favor either. Up to 6 viewers.
I wonder if Coleman's just going to punt this 12 ball up the rail and play safe like that.
I would have liked to have seen him do something with like the 11.
Yeah.
The 11-14, like separate those to give maybe another option for breaking out that 9 ball.
Yeah, I think I liked anything he did with not pocketing a ball.
Yep. So Tom
good hit by
kicks
Tom.
1 rail, gets a legal hit on the 1 ball.
I think you can roll that 11 in and maybe wind up with an angle to run into the 9-4-7 off the 14, and he's got the 13 and the 10 as safety balls.
Ooh, we get another angle. Does that change on stream or do I have to send it?
Looks like you have to send it. Oh no, you're good.
All right.
Oh, I just did something.
What did he do there?
I missed it. We're so busy. Looks like he missed. Oh, must have missed the 11 or the 14, whatever he shot at. Oh, he shot at a 10. Okay. Is Tom trying to pocket this ball? Nope, just play safe. That's a smart shot.
Coleman assured us this was not going to take that long. We're really not off to a good start here.
I don't know if he tried to pocket that, but I think he's happy it didn't go in.
I don't know. At this point, where the balls lie, he might be able to play a really soft safety on the 9-ball.
Really take a gamble and try to get up behind the 1-ball. Looks like he's got him where the only ball you can see is the 11.
Nice.
Or the 10, I mean.
Yeah. I think you roll this and like try to get the cue to double kiss the 11 and go behind the 11. I'm sorry, double kiss the 10.
Oh, okay.
And get kicked over more.
I think that's pretty good there.
But yeah, that's pretty good. Good containment safety by Coleman.
Tom must be able to see the 1 pretty easy.
Calls a safe. Can we call a stalemate and just make him re-rack? Are we at that point yet? Yes, Chris Binder, Madden, and some are all back in the booth. Just when I thought the weekend could not get any better. I agree, Chris. It's good to be back.
Looks like Tom must have ticked that cue ball. Called a foul on himself.
Oh, I didn't see what he did.
Great sportsmanship by Tom.
Coleman probably needs to think about playing safe on that 9-ball. Get somewhat of a separation between the...
I don't like this at all.
You know what's going to happen. He's going to try to draw into it, but he's going to hit the stack with his cue.
Oh, boy.
And he's gonna foul.
I guess I like shooting the 10 ball to try to break the 4 and 7 off of it. And having the 13 there to shoot in the side is kind of your safety. Because now what did he do? He pushed that 7 ball out for Tom, and 9 ball's still stuck there.
Well, looks like he's gonna gamble here. Pocket this 11.
Looks like he's
try to get an angle on the 10.
Here's the problem: is I think he's got an angle on the 11. It's gonna make it tough to get the right angle on the 10.
No, he could hold that. We could hold that. And even if he had to, he could just spin it a little bit with inside. He held it too much.
Pretty steep to me. Now slam it with a bunch of left. Hit the 7. Off the 7, off the 4. Wide. Break the 9 open. Dead straight.
That's the shot. Does he got his AirPods in? Is he listening to us? I don't think he does.
This looks more like a shot he's going to roll here with no pace and be surprised he sneaks between the 7 and the 4.
I don't think he doesn't have... Oh, maybe he could get between those. Yeah, that might be the shot to just push through it and catch the 7. Obviously, the right play is probably to play safe.
Surely we're in for some miracle shots tonight. Does play safe.
You should have banked it the other way to try to get the 10 on top of the cue ball.
This looks like Tom's got the angle where
He's
he can
got
shoot that 7
pretty
and
nice
draw
break
into the
shot
4. Little.
He'd have to hope for a leave, though.
He's going to take the intentional foul and shoot that 10 ball in to make Coleman do something.
That's where, Coleman moving that 7 ball is pretty critical now.
I think you bank straight into the 9. Try to push that 4 up the table and let that 9 ball roll out in front of your cue ball. I think he's got to be steeper into it than this. Because he gives up to 7 doing this.
Very, very well done.
Well done, but he's still, even with ball in hand, what's he going to do?
He might be able to teach you that shot. Yeah, but he could try to maybe separate it a little more yet. Looks like one rail kick at either. Oh, did catch that 9 ball.
Same shot now, but push that 4 further up the table. When if he gets ball in hand, you can see that.
Now that that 9's off the rail a little bit more, he might be able to hit a little firmer. $12 viewers. Keep liking and sharing. Get us up there. Mad Apple streaming is back. This, of course, isn't Coleman's first match on the stream table. He's had several successful weeks at the old King's Court Jesters division, and an unsuccessful attempt at the King's Court King match. Really put up a fight that match, though.
Do you remember the score?
I don't remember.
Yeah, that's a good shot.
That is a good
That's
shot.
a lot of separation. For Tom, I think, ideally,
he's stuck behind that.
Yeah,
Nine.
He might have to spin this again. Well, he's got separation now, so he can kick straight at it.
Very,
very
very
real
nice
good
shot.
for him.
Oh,
Nice
God,
shot.
that's a really nice shot.
The pressure's on Coleman to get a hit. Wonder if he'll roll that 7 on top of the 9.
Back to square one.
Take the intentional foul and
You know what I don't like about that is he's going to be kicking at that 9 ball again from way farther up table. I like to just try to do it now and maybe try to tie it up. So this has to hit the ball, then the
really
rail.
good pace on that.
You hit that good.
I wonder if Tom's going to hit full ball or if he's going to thin the edge.
They are discussing whether or not they should get a ref.
Yeah. You want to ref that?
Not really. It's quite the production to get out of that. Just bring your phone. Just slow-mo it.
Use your phone.
Well, no, you could. Bill's gonna try to get out of here without breaking the booth. So we are not certified referees. So we'll attempt to. I think Bill's practicing on what to do with his phone here. I think that was good. I think that was a good hit. So that leaves Coleman with the 9 ball and 8 ball on the side, probably. Very good job out there, Billy.
Thank you. Ref in training.
Someone in the chat, I'm not going to say who, they said it sounds like Chris Farley trying to get out of the voting booth in Black Sheep.
Which chat is that?
I don't know if you can. I don't think you can see it on your side. Someone made it though. What was the deal with your phone there? Did you hit record? You were like doing something and then you had to.
Oh, the other table where they got down, I just stopped recording instead of having a 2-minute recording of him waiting for somebody else to shoot.
Okay.
I just stopped the recording, and then once the other table was out of the way.
I see. Someone in the chat also said that it didn't look like you know what you were doing.
I'd love to see this chat you're reading.
Yeah, I don't see it on your monitor.
Coleman strikes first. Maybe that'll loosen him up for the rest of the match. Pretty solid break. Looks like a stripe down.
This will hopefully be a little shorter game than the last one.
I guess I like stripes just because of the 5-7. Problem is, what are you going to shoot? Three balls in trouble. I like the 15-9 combo. Carry him a 9 off the 4.
Does the 12 go by the 2?
Not by the 2, but it looks like it goes past the 5.
Oh yeah, I see that on.
So he's going to shoot the 15-9 combo. Get that 4 ball in the way. Well done.
Oh, I think that 15 still goes though. Oh, we can see the 11 yet too.
Yeah, I think the shot on the 11 is like the perfect angle to get on the 12 here too. Little steep. So
Are you calling it already? So you breaking on this?
No.
I bet she does.
He's got to have the right touch here.
Doesn't, is what I meant. I didn't think he would.
Hold. He might be able to see the edge of the 12.
Chris Bender. If grabbing a ref, I suggest not the brother.
As you know, I retired from reffing a long time ago when you scolded me for a missed call.
Every time I have someone ref a shot, they screw it up.
What do they say about a common denominator? Good shot by Coleman. He's going to get a pretty good roll. Run into that 3 ball. You play between the 3 and the 8 to get on the 15 here. I wonder if he can draw out of that.
I think he might be able to kind of pinch draw it and like avoid that. Looks like he's putting a little inside on that. It's a little too much on it. He's still okay though. I mean, he's got the 14 in the corner or the side. Looks like he's this is a tough shot drawing off the rail here. Really, wow, really nice shot. What'd I tell you? I
hammered that one. I would have just rolled that in. Now, just straight top on a 15, and I think you come to the right of the 6, and you're all right here.
Well, Coleman's.
A lot of pace on a shot that I don't think needed that much pace.
What'd I tell you? Knew he wasn't getting out of that. Well, that leaves Tom wide open.
Looks like the 8-ball is still makeable too.
Or is that? Maybe that 5 is a little goofy.
I think it's goofy, but wide open.
It looks like you could. It looks like if you were. Like it looks like you'd be able to throw it in if you were near it. Well, good thing for Tom, I don't think that 15 goes.
I cannot wait to see what kind of shot we get out of this. 3 rails in the bottom corner by the 2.
Maybe overcut the hell out of it and like shoot it off the 3.
Looks like 2 rails in the bottom right.
Coleman, the human highlight reel from his Jester's tenure.
Like how he puts his stick on the table like he's measuring something, like he knows what he's doing.
He doesn't actually have any clue what he's doing, I'm sure. I wonder what system he uses.
Ooh.
Ties up the 3-ball. Or does he? No?
It is tied up. A giant monitor in my way, so it's hard for me to see.
Yeah, things changed up a little bit in here.
He runs into the 5-7 here and breaks him up, and I think he's going to be in a pretty good spot.
A good shot. What kind of roll does he get? Not very good. 4 balls tough. You can't do that. I think well, it don't look like he's doing it,
right.
but oh, that was a nice shot. I didn't think he could make that.
And he pushed a 15 off it. That's a great shot.
I thought that 4 was like kind of tight on the rail. That 15's at a tough spot too now. He's kind of got some insurance. Well, Coleman's pretty much got a fire at this. I don't think there's anywhere to play safe.
Yeah, nowhere to hide really. He's gonna cut at it. Knocking these down all practice session. Just kidding. Overcutting them all. But that was on a 9-footer. This is a lot shorter shot for him.
He elects for the bank shot.
Looks for the high
unsuccessful.
I think you shoot the 3-ball here. It looks like the 6 goes past the 8 to the other corner.
If it's tight, like I would have just drew back and shoot the 6 on the side.
Oh, it's 6 goes for sure. It's a nice draw shot.
Just a little short if he's going for the side.
We go 3 rails out to the center of the table. Oh, holds it right there.
One rail out or 2 rail out? Really spin it.
I like 1 rail.
Tom for a somewhat of a long 8-ball to get on the board. Rolls it in just fine.
Good shot by Tom.
That was a nice out.
Both on the board.
1-1 in this race to 4. The Kevin Stenell walking around back there. Must be here for tomorrow's
all offense tournament.
Tomorrow, all offense tournament. Can we get the flyer up for that? Maybe we could do some advertising for that.
I'll have my guy work on it.
I wonder how can we bring in some media here?
fast turning a computer on, I'm lost.
I got overlays.
Oof, Tom with a scratch on the
Editor.
break. They did tie up a little bit, which will help them.
So I'm assuming it's all is it BCAPL rules? Scratch on the break is anywhere?
I
I
think
think so.
a scratch on the break is in the kitchen, and then you get penalized for it as minus points if you scratch on the break.
What? Minus points.
Yeah, it's all offense. You just breaks.
Oh no, I mean here.
Oh, here?
You know, this
no,
match where
oh,
Coleman's
yeah.
got ball in hand on the break.
This one is BCAPL.
Jesus.
My apologies. I thought we were talking about the all offense tournament.
Keep up, Billy.
How do you break that 12 out and also not have that 9 tied up there?
Shoot the 12, 14 carom.
I think he's got to go. I don't think the 12 goes to the 14 clean. I think you have to go off the rail. I guess if you got good on the 13, you could play that 9 to the same side pocket as the 14. Coleman going to elect to start moving balls right away. I don't know how crazy I am about pushing like this because you're just going to push that 9 into the 2 and probably a 2 over by the 11 and might wind up with more problems. 9 in the top right corner.
Is that not where he was playing it?
That is where he was playing it.
I thought maybe.
I just didn't see that.
I thought maybe you were thinking he was playing for the combo. Maybe he was playing for the combo. Who knows?
That could have been.
That was a nice shot to roll that in at that speed. It's a little free to go at this 12 ball.
He's looking at like he's going to shoot that 11 first, which I think I might leave that since he's like perfect on the 14 to break that 12
if
out.
I'm being honest, this ledge was in my way. I didn't even see the 11 ball.
Oh boy.
I'm probably not supposed to. I just thought about this. We're probably not supposed to be watching the live table.
Right, you're supposed to be watching this.
How many shots have I called early then?
All of them.
All of the shots? I don't have the luxury like you of not being able to see the live table. Billy, he can't see anything. He's literally looking at a big monitor. I have the window.
Currently 1 foot away from a monitor. He's got to be a little careful here because he's only got the two balls remaining on the table after he shoots his 14 in, so he's got to make sure he's got a shot.
Well, does he have the 15?
I believe he does.
Tiernan Toadies. That guy in the hat is incredibly good looking. It's actually not a hat. I'm wearing a headset.
Oh no, he just threw that a mile. I think I shoot that 12 ball first if I'm him.
As opposed to what? The 8 ball?
Well, as opposed to the
You mean the
15
last
ball he
shot?
just shot, yeah.
Okay.
Put your mic in front of your mouth too. Can't hear a thing you're saying.
Really?
Yeah. It's a good shot of a 12 to hold it for the 8.
Coleman to go up 2-1. 24 viewers. Look at that. You know, this isn't the first time I've gone viral.
You're welcome for the commentary, Dale. Doing all we can out here.
Outer Points Productions, thank you for the commentary. You are welcome.
What else would we rather do on a Friday night?
Anything else?
This is quite the scene. Waller rolled all the way under the table and Coleman had to crawl under to get it. Oh.
Let's see what's going on in the room here. What do we got for a room view? Not a lot of people in here.
The tables were full when we came in at about 7:15, but no Friday night 10-ball tournament tonight.
I don't know how many they normally got for that. Probably more than what you see here.
Yeah, I would imagine. All right, Coleman to break rack number 4. Up 2-1. Not a break and run last rack, but it was a run out. Looks like he made a stripe, I think.
Makes a lot of noise. You guys can't see anything because I didn't change the camera view.
Yeah, you're doing great. Jeff working on an appetizer sampler. It's got his full attention over there.
Yes, he does. You know what I got to do? I got to find that flyer for that open or all offense tournament.
Quite a cluster in the center there with a 5-6-3. I think he'd really like to shoot a stripe. I don't see anything worth taking on. Is that 5-6 wired to the side?
Well, let's take a look. It's awfully close. It's not wired, but it's pocketable. Cut that 5 a little bit.
Be a good shot to get separation between the 5 and 3 there. Good pace on it.
What's his last ball?
Can you leave the 1? You play 5, 5, 3,
5,
4.
3, 4, 2, 1?
Yeah.
Probably.
That's just going to be a tough out any way you look at it. I might consider trying to draw into this 12. Maybe not. I was gonna say try to draw on that at 12, and then like your window to get on the 8 gets bigger, but you can push that 12 in front of the pocket for the 2 if you're not careful. It looks like he's gonna go 4-2. 3 passes the 8 to the same corner as a 4, so maybe you could play 4-2-1-3-8.
I wonder if it's possible that 8 is stitched up a little more than it looks. It's got to be past it, right? On this view, it looks like it's past it.
Yeah, it is. And it only goes to that one corner pocket because it's like tight on it.
So the shape on the 2 here, awfully critical. pretty good.
Do you shoot this in the side or the corner?
I shoot it in the side for sure.
Does have to get some pace on it to get out.
I think I would have played it to shoot it in the corner, but like where he fell, I think I for sure shoot it in the side. It's kind of the miss that 15 ball on the side, second rack.
Yeah.
Kind of similarly. It's
Bit of a tough shot off the rail like that.
Tom's first look this rack.
Yep. He does have to do. He does have to break that 10 out. Unless he's going to shoot it up in the corner past
If
the
that
2.
8 goes down, I think that 10's got to go up.
Yeah,
so he
the 10
could
goes past the 2. So he doesn't have to break it out.
So with that said, obviously he'd have to move that 12 ball first.
Yeah, it looked like he was trying to.
He did go to move it.
Trying to push that 10 and 8 apart. Wonder how tight if that 12 goes past the 3 to the other side.
That's a real nice shot.
Don't get ahead of us here. Might be able to shoot this 11 and draw into the 10-8. If he opts to do that.
I kind of hate to break it up coming from that side of it. But I think eventually he's going to see that maybe he doesn't have to break it up. Because at this point he could do 12, 15 and roll past it and shoot the 10 up. I don't think he's seeing that yet, but maybe. Yep, there. I think he's looking at it. He's got his AirPods in. I'm just kidding.
Yeah, the way he was playing it looked kind of like he was just always trying to break it out. I think now he's just gonna play to shoot it up past the 2.
JJ Mady, yeah, Pete's right. They have a 9-foot table in place of the normal stream table. So he didn't quite roll, didn't quite have the angle on that last ball there.
Yeah, pretty tough cut here.
It's a tough shot. He kind of shook his head at it. Definitely not an easy shot. He's got that 2 as a helper. Yep.
He used a nice shot.
Real nice shot.
This to tie it up 2-2.
We got a nail biter.
Nice out by Tom.
If this goes 3 sets, we are in for a long night.
The good news is Coleman's driving, so we can just zonk out on the way home.
Maybe the Friday night talent gets the hotel room again. Remember, like the Kings match? I would at least accept a gift basket that they normally had for him.
All right, down breaking. Tied 2-2. A 9 ball gonna get some help from the 7. Not a great look where that cue ball is, but
Kind of a tough table here. I think I saw him call something.
playing the 12 on the side and 3 on the
3
side.
on the side. That was a nice shot. Oh, that maybe opened up. Does that 6 go by?
Move some furniture. I think that 110 might be tied up in a way that you can't make the one ball.
I think he's looking at. Oh, that. Okay, that would have been a really nice shot.
You gotta quit watching the table.
Oh man. You know, I'm not used to that big monitor here.
Yeah, it used to be just the one in the middle.
Well, we got 2.
Right.
Didn't we get 2? Did we have 2?
Yeah. Arranged differently. I wonder if what ball would you use to break that 10 out? It's a really nice shot. I don't think that 14 passes the 5 though.
It's a nice starter shot.
Now he's going to take that, basically forced to take that 12 ball, which I'm sure he wanted to use for a breakup. Electing to play safe. Tom definitely in control of the table here with the 4 and 6 kind of blocking the 15 and 13, and then the way the 10 ball's tied up with the 1 and 2. So you just got to make sure that whatever he decides to do, if he's going to go for it or play safe at some point, to make sure he's playing what he wants.
It is somewhat tricky though, with the 8 not going anywhere down below.
That's right. I think that nudge on the 14 might have opened that up though for the bottom left.
Well, that opened it up for sure.
All right. Can you shoot the 1 and spin into that 10 ball?
I think he's got too much angle for that.
I think that 2 is a little too thin to be able to shoot that.
I think you could make it, but I don't think you could play shape.
Playing safe. That's a smart shot.
It's a good shot getting behind
Good
that
pace.
14.
Yeah, really good pace on it.
Tom, I don't know if he's got the long rail kick.
Side pocket looks like it's right in the way.
I think you could spin around that.
Almost a free shot here in the sense that I don't know that that 10 ball goes all the way up the table. Two make all, please.
Nice shot.
Nice.
Narrowly avoids the scratch. All without disturbing Coleman's 10 ball.
And he pushed that 12 away from the side pocket, getting rid of Coleman's easy breakout ball.
That's quite the turn of events for Coleman.
And that one's kind of in the way where you can't, on something like this, I'd be pretty tempted to play that 12 ball like with a steep angle to spin into the 10 and 2. But I think that 1 ball might be in the way to make that happen.
I think you're probably right.
Looks like he's going to go for it. Oh, played safe. That's a pretty good shot.
Does that one go by?
It looks like it goes by.
It's got to be pretty tight. Tom electing to play safe.
I think this is a good shot. As long as that 2-ball still goes by.
He does have a free shot at this 10-ball. But, that goes by the...
It looks like that 2-ball might be tied up kind of funny on the 10, where he's got to roll kind of slow into it to make it. Studying the table.
Slowly.
Yeah, I wonder if that 2 must not go if he's looking at kicking the 15.
I think looking at... And maybe it don't. Maybe it don't go.
Does have to be careful he doesn't give Tom an angle here to make it easy to make the 1 and break the 2 out. Not too bad.
"18 viewers. How many are the Grosbier family?"
Maybe 2. Our sister says she likes listening to us commentate.
Okay.
So maybe if she's free tonight, then Mom and Dad probably another one.
Okay.
Yeah, Katie maybe.
You think she's got the stream on for the kids to listen to you talk?
Probably, yeah. Let me rile them up a little bit.
Douglas, you better be behaving. Called the 10.
I think he must
then...
be going to try to get kind of straight on that 13, huh? 13, 15, 12.
Do you guys want a shot?
Not for me.
Oh no, I'm good, Tom. Thanks.
Yeah, we're good.
Appreciate
Thank you.
it.
Perfect. That 20 on the table.
Keep them coming,
Thank you.
Tom.
Jeff's up here double fisting.
Triple, actually. Did Tom buy this?
I got these. Sounds like Tom's going to get our next one.
All right.
Which means Coleman certainly has to get our next one.
You'd think so. Well, he drove.
That's true. What happened here? Why do you...
Oh, he hooked himself.
Oof. It's awfully close.
Gets a hit. Oh no.
Oh, no. Hung up on him. Nothing super easy here, but I think Coleman can see the 12.
That 1 ball was much harder than the 2 ball. I'm sure he would have rather have taken that 2 first, but a little goofy angle on that.
Good shot by Coleman. He's gonna wind up with basically every shot here is gonna be a little bit tough.
Jump shot behind the 8-ball.
I see. Katie says Doug is sleeping, but surely we can change that for her.
Narrowly misses the combo.
I think 15 on the side and with a little bit of draw to get as straight in on the 13 as you can.
Looking at the table, he kind of has a little bit of an angle on this.
Oh man, he does. I still think he could play that with draw. And
I do think he could hold it, just kind of cinch it a little bit.
How do you feel about just overcutting it? Tough shot. I think the pace on it's probably what affected it the most. Lombardi trophy has arrived.
That is literally a Lombardi trophy.
I don't know what the context is, but
There he is,
It's here.
walking to your left.
a little inspiration maybe.
Is that confetti coming from the ceiling too? So Tom gets a little goofy on the 8. He got down a little quick on that.
He did.
Quicker than his other shots. Well, Coleman with a bit of a tester here.
It's a good shot if he doesn't hook himself. Let's see another jump shot. I think he would have liked to have drawn that cue ball a little bit instead of coming straight across.
I think he's gonna make it.
Ooh,
We're calling it.
is this a hunch?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Well, no, maybe not a hunch.
You know, he really hasn't been that far off on either one.
He hasn't.
I would say he's almost as accurate with his jump cue as he is with his playing cue tonight.
I would agree with that. That's a real good assessment. Doesn't leave Tom with an easy shot. Tom's looking at the bank shot. One rail in the side, I would assume.
Appears to be the shot.
Oh, great shot.
Nice shot.
I thought he overcut that. Does just catch the corner.
Puts him on the hill for the first set. Coleman's got to be a little disappointed. That was twice in the same rack that he wound up hooking himself when he had a chance to get out. All right, Tom breaking on the hill. He made a ball last break, right? That was his.
Was it last break he scratched, or was that the game before?
That was the game before. It's like a second ball break this time. It's clustered up.
think 4 balls didn't hit a rail. Can we make him re-break that? Tom's his last couple breaks were also he had a couple clusters.
I think the other ones he's hitting head ball though, wasn't he?
I'm not sure.
Pretty bad commentating. Neither one of us knows what's going on.
Well, I don't think we're not quite the professionals that the Outer Points crew is usually accustomed to.
Not professionals, but we sure are likable. I wonder if Tom can, when he's going to be jacked up anyway, I wonder if he's got the angle to like kind of draw into that 13 and stop his cue ball there and be in a pretty good spot to get out, I think. Oh, he looks like he must be a lot steeper than I think. Oh, yeah. That was a way tougher shot than it looked like from the other angle.
Yeah, this side he was considerably thinner than what it looked like on the other view.
All right, Coleman with a chance. Gonna cut the 2 ball.
Back up to 25 viewers. I think Katie turned it on for all the dogs' iPads.
I was just gonna say all the kids must have their tablets going. Okay, this isn't bad. Shoot the 7, run into the 1. Knock that 15 out of the way for you.
He's pretty thin on that 7 ball.
I could do it. When I say cut that 7, I mean just chunk it real bad. Okay. 1 ball tied up, kind of goofy. 6 ball still doesn't really have a great pocket. 8 ball doesn't go anywhere. Cut the 5 in the corner or combo the 1 on the side. He once claimed to be the combo king, so.
Oh, just one time?
He's
combo
mentioned
king?
it a few times.
I think he's going for the cut.
Yeah. Let it fly.
Goes for the double carom. Tom up with a chance to close out the first set. Not an easy out, though. Got a little bit of work to do. Looks like he's electing to play safe. I think it was a safe.
Okay.
I think Tiernan TOTs is Tom.
Is it?
Yeah.
Huh.
I think it is. I'm going to have a sore neck from shaking my head with all my misses.
Oh. Great
You and
detective
Coleman
work.
both.
Yeah. The difference is we got to listen to Coleman whine about it all the way home. We should have a nice watch party with them.
Well, remember back in the Jester days, he used to
watch them on the way home.
sit in the back seat and watch them on the way home.
Give us pointers. That's a nice shot.
A real nice shot.
So you're looking at the 14-15 combo. Just got to make sure you don't overpace it where that 14 winds up on the wrong side of the 5.
Almost, just like you said, but I think he's good.
Looks tight, but I think it's doable.
Definitely has to overcut it to the right side of the pocket by the looks of it.
Wonder if you can maybe nudge it with this 10 ball, kind of separate them a little bit.
Oh. I didn't even realize that 10 went. Tom grabbing a Q extension. It's a good shot. That 5 was really no threat for it because he hit that with pretty good pace.
Right. Yeah, Tom in a real good spot to get this first set.
Following it.
Don't get behind the 6.
Almost
Slow down.
overcooks it. He's
Right.
pretty good, I think.
This one to take the first set for Tom.
Out of full pocket. Overcuts it. Oh, boy.
Oh, and there's room to make this to 5. 5-1-6 to make it hill. Just got to make sure you don't wind up funny on the 6. You got to decide what you're going to do with it and not get funny.
It's a little steep on it, but he's okay. Not steep at all when you overcut it to the right side of the pocket.
This guy cheats pockets better than I do.
I guess, yeah, a little less angle, but that was a good shot to hold that.
There it is, hill. Too early to predict the shootout.
Yeah. Too early to predict a nap in the truck. You think they have enough beer here for us to go 3 sets in a shootout?
I guess it's only one way to find out. Do we just invoice our tab to Dale then, or
Yes.
how does that work?
Yep. I think Dale covers all of that.
Okay.
If it goes past midnight, it's a hotel, 2 hotel rooms invoiced.
All right. Is that a dry break for Coleman and a scratch? Oh boy, he's not gonna like that. The 1 and 12 tied up. 7 ball, tough to get on. I think 13 ball would be a problem for stripes, but I'd be pretty tempted to take stripes.
Tom wasting no time here. Oh boy.
Wind up with a tough cut on the 11 here.
Probably a little too thin to disturb the 112.
I cut it to the other corner.
Dale just approved our expenses. Get yourself some dinner and a new cue.
You won't regret that, Dale. Not at all.
I appreciate that. What do you think it's going to cost more, the dinner or the cue?
One of everything, please.
What's that supper club around here with the 96-ounce steak?
96 is like 160.
Oh, 160? What?
Yeah, it's like a whole rib roast at the Black Otter.
It's like Hortonville?
Yeah.
Still can't believe you had 2 of those that one night.
Well, you know, a guy skips lunch and he's pretty hungry.
Nice shot on the side. Power draw into the 12.
I
don't
wonder
think
if he
he's
can
quite got the angle.
if he can play this 10 and then draw off the 9 into it. Or he might have the angle, shoot that 9 and then must not pass at 3.
Not even close.
I got it. This is terrible for me.
Check your own personal monitor.
All right. He likes to play safe. I think Coleman's got to try to figure out a way to get on that 7 where you can play a 7 ball, 1 rail off the end rail into the 112.
Can you pound this 2 with low right and 2 rail into the 12? Is that 8 in the way?
I think that 8's in the way.
You might be punching 1 rail to the... That was a great shot.
Sure was. Now he's got something. I have a tough one here. Whatever he does here is going to be tough. Shoot the 6 in the corner. Little full. That 9 and 12 is tied up pretty unfavorably for Tom here. What do you think of off the edge of the 9 and just push that 12 in front of the 1 ball?
I think he was actually trying to take that approach, sort of, just hitting the 9 full.
Yeah. I think he's still in a good spot from there. That 3's going to be hard to get on. Here would be one where I'd maybe go at it from off the 4. 2 rails and try to kind of weasel in between the 1 and the 12.
I think he's got to be jacked up over the 9 for that, isn't he?
Okay, well he must be shooting the 2 then.
Actually, looking at him shooting it on the live table, it was just about hit a full cue ball.
Now Tom needs to solve the puzzle of what to do with that 12.
He had the right idea, and he was perfect on that 11 ball.
Coleman see enough of that 3 to like
I think
just
he
cut
can.
the heck out of it.
I think he can with that 9 there. I think you have
Yeah,
quite the help.
I think that's the play here. Get that thing out of the way of the 1 ball.
31 viewers. We are up there.
Rack them up.
That's just on YouTube.
How many people do you think tuned in expecting, the
Knights match?
the regular commentators to begin with, and then
That could be. Well, regular the old school
like
Matt
the,
Apple,
yeah, the OG Matt Apple streaming crew.
Patrick and Chris G, Machine Gun Tanis.
Stuck with us instead. Opt to go up table. I'm just not crazy about leaving that 3 ball there.
No, for sure.
And now even worse is I think Tom can just play right on this 9 ball and run into the 3, push it out of the way.
He'd have to get pretty unlucky to not have a good shot on that 11
Right.
ball. which he kind of did. He caught that 9 a little too thick,
Yeah.
and he missed the 3.
Is he straight in on this 12?
Not quite straight in, but he's got a really nice
Yeah.
angle. I think he could just punch this over.
Good
Nice shot.
Now what do you do?
Oh no, and he gets a
Jack.
treetop over it. I think
You just
you
play
know-
up for the 8 and the side?
I just roll this in and play the 8 with the 6.
Okay, leave it there. Just
Yeah, if you miss the 1's there, or the 8's there for the 1.
yeah. As long as you don't like hit rail first where it gets out of the way of the 1 ball, I think that's the play.
Yep, you hit rail first.
All right. Coleman with a good chance here. This is one of those. This is like a drill type of out here
It
with
is.
balls on each rail.
It is. I don't think it much matters other than like just making sure the 3 isn't your last ball. Like, I mean, if you're straight on the 3, it's fine.
Yeah. Well, he's already kind of in a spot here.
I think at this point you have to do like, I don't know.
Cause he's gonna be like so straight on this 3 ball. Well, he must have some angle if he's playing top. That's a good shot. I didn't know he had that much angle.
I don't know if he did have that much angle. He might have just kind of threw it that much with high left.
Oh.
Well, he chunks the 5 ball. Doesn't leave Tom too easy, but Tom's definitely thrilled to be back at it.
A shot or a chance that I'm sure he wasn't expecting.
I'm not gonna say Coleman got unfortunate with that leave on the 5, but like, a very nice shot.
Tom wins the first set.
But obviously that the key ball on the rail, bridge hand a little goofy, back cutting the 5 a little bit.
Yeah.
Maybe a little unfortunate, but that's still a shot that he definitely should make. All right, on to the next set. So we got 9 ball, race to 5.
No 9 ball breaks.
I don't think we're too familiar with the rules, but Dale's back in the chat. If you are still in the chat, if you, I think Dale sometimes knows the rules.
Uh-oh. I believe it's no 9 ball breaks anywhere. 3 foul rules of impact. It's like we're on a small player break here.
Bunch of people in the chat rooting for Tommy. Chris Janice. Crystal, I got that right. Dylan Williquette. How about the Grosbier family?
I don't think the Grosbier families are YouTube commenters.
Oh, there's a Grosbier. Let's go, Tommy.
You guys want something to eat or something? Appetizer or something?
Well, you just sowed one down.
I'll take a beer, Tom.
What do you got there?
Yeah,
Mick Ultra.
I'll do the same.
Ultra?
Big Ultra. Nice shooting.
She comes through, I'll wave her down.
Appreciate it.
Well, Tom's buying us a beer. Now we got to take back everything we said against
Yeah, Tom
everything
buttering
we
us up
said
here.
about him. Coleman hasn't bought anything yet. What do you think the name of our stream channel should be?
Ours?
Yeah.
A lot of
We'll
pressure.
come up with one.
Yeah, we'll get it.
Dale assures us that he actually does know the rules. He just can't describe them to anyone. That was a very quick player break.
Just the way we like it, nice and quick.
I do believe it is 3 foul.
Yep.
No 9-ball breaks. Early 9s are okay, I believe.
Yep. This sounds like the rules I just described about 2 minutes ago. Yeah, early 9s are okay. If they get to the 10 ball, there are no early 10s. I know that. 10 ball has to be last ball pocketed.
The Barry and Dingle show.
Who's Barry?
I don't know. Less
Tom
talky, more taking notes, Dale.
Cue ball hops off the table on Tom, giving Coleman his first shot at the rack.
Nine ball's so much easier than 8-ball.
For who?
Everybody.
Looks like Coleman's going to follow this all the way to the top rail.
There's an Ethernet cable just dangling here. We're probably not even live.
Boy, he's got this thing. He's getting lined up just so.
Follows it right in.
Yeah, a little firm. I think you can see it yet.
So he's got the full ball.
Looks pretty straight on it.
I think he could like stun it, shoot the 4 in the side, or draw back. Shoot it in the same pocket.
This is the kind of shot where you want to draw it back 2 feet. You're going to draw it back 6 feet, or stop it dead.
Oh, I meant drawing it back like to the rail, back
Oh,
out, and
okay.
shooting it in the corner. I think drawing it to shoot it in the side.
Is exactly what he tried to do, huh?
Kind of like that, but way better. Plays a safe. I didn't see that on
Yeah.
an open table like that.
This is one of those scenarios where, like, if Tom doesn't get a hit, do you think Coleman remembers that he'd be on two? Because he, he jumped the cue ball off the table.
There has been a few shots since that, so he might not remember. So Coleman gets pretty fortunate with the miss there.
Mike Smith suggests bourbon, cigars, and maybe pool for a stream name. I bet you people would love to watch us smoke cigars and enjoy some bourbon on the deck.
And then
Coleman gets
maybe
ball in
pool.
hand. Yeah, maybe.
We could do that.
Is he going to try to draw out to position on that 5? I don't like that at all.
How else are they gonna get on the 5?
Well,
Oh, maybe like set the cue by the 8.
yeah, that's,
Then it. Yeah, okay. Yeah, you could do that.
he's got a lot more confidence in his draw stroke than I do. Pretty good shape here. Make the 5 and you should be okay.
What was that about making the 5 ball?
I said make the 5, you should be okay.
Dribbles it in there.
Just 2 rails
So-
out.
Really good about overcutting those balls in the side pocket. He's going for the draw. Nope. You're queued up with draw.
Pretty good look at it here.
I'd take it.
Nice
It's
shot.
a nice out.
Already playing better than I did that one time I played 9-ball on a stream.
I think Coleman also maybe told that waitress to grab a couple beers.
Did he?
I think so. I think there's a limit on how many we can have in here.
I don't know. You still got some Russells sitting.
I see that. You know, I didn't have anything out of this, and this is what I got. Letting it open up a little bit.
It's going to be awfully oxidized by the time you get into it. Squatted the cue ball really nice. He's going to wind up with a decent shot on the 1. A little bit tricky that it's on the rail, but very doable.
You can kind of let your stroke out here too and just pocket it.
Yep.
With the 2 where it lies.
Get the right angle on the 2. You can pocket the 2 and push that 4 out. Nice shot.
If I'm being honest, I actually thought he was thinner where he'd like wind up 4 railing the cue ball.
I don't know.
But he did wind up really well on the 2.
I wonder if he'll go after this 4, if he'll be happy with the 4-8 combo.
The 4-8 combo's not bad, but like you got to be down. Well, you don't have to worry about the 9 in the way anymore. Dale says you would have miscued and jumped over the 3 ball into the corner pot. Well, maybe.
Yeah, but if it worked out, it would have looked really cool.
Yes. This guy's checking us out, seeing if we're a DJ booth, I think. What do you want to hear?
He just said White Snake.
I don't have that one. I think he winds up. Never mind. I actually thought he was going to miss the 4 and carry him in the 8, but overcutting the 4 overcut the 8.
Can Tom see the edge of the 4?
I think he's
Must be
going
able
rail
to.
first.
Okay.
No,
Good shot.
shot right at it.
Just gotta make sure he's not too thin on the 7 here, and I think it'd be all right. Oh, I thought he had way more angle than that.
Yeah, we don't have the greatest angles here. Tom's not gonna like
Uh-oh.
this. Oh wow.
Oh. Can you see the 8 ball?
No,
No,
he's
he
definitely
is
got to
not
kick
on
one
it.
rail at it.
Well, no gimme here, but certainly makeable.
It might be worth mentioning that he has missed 2 or 3 balls in the side and overcut several.
Boy, you are really trying to put a hex on him.
I'm
You're
not
trying to
saying-
get out of here early.
I'm not saying I have a hunch, but
You're like one for lifetime on hunches. I
that
don't
was
know.
a pretty good one, wasn't it?
It was. Twice, I guess. That one time we stopped at Ho Chunk.
Oh yeah, Toma.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's a good one.
Is he looking at cutting this in the corner? Is it that thin?
Oh God, no! You just cut that in the side. You put just a little side spin on this, and you wind up perfect on the 9.
Seems pretty straightforward.
He's definitely putting a lot of side spin on it.
Uh-oh. One of my favorite shots is off the rail like this. Game ball.
All the side spin he could muster up on that one. That was a really nice shot in the 9 ball.
I was. Is that the biggest lead of the set of the match so far? 2 games?
Yeah, I think so.
So I think it was neck and neck the whole way through the 8 ball. Coleman nearing a commanding lead. I like that they don't have a camera facing us anymore.
I think we could do that.
I don't think we need to.
Nope, we can't. Oh, you know what? I thought booth view was like us in the booth.
Oh, but it's
But
like
we
just
have a-
pointed up towards
We have a
the-
third view of the
Okay.
table.
Successful break. What do you do here? Just bank the 1 and the 7?
Pete Beshta says, hi, Dale. Pete, it's actually Jeff Martin and Bill Grosbier. Even better. You're in luck. Some call it the A-team. Oh, he was talking to Dale in the chat, I think.
Opts to play safe. I think he got there.
Yeah, it looks like he's I think it's an easy hit on the jump though.
Beer here. Thank you. Thank Tom for us, would you? Oh, that could have gone better for him. Wish we had a nice ledge in here we could make a pyramid.
I don't know why we need a ledge when we have this whole table right here.
Well, so everyone else can see it.
That's a good point.
I'll put it in the suggestion box.
You know what we need? And I think I suggested this before, but we need a light that we can push to notify staff that we need service.
That's true. I'll tell you what, though, these two players have been pretty good about getting us served in here.
Well, Tom has been.
Yeah, well,
I think Coleman may have suggested
well,
buying a drink. I think he only did that because he knew Tom was already buying one.
I did task him with flagging the waitress down for us for our first round. So
Coleman is a little too much spin on that, a little too much arm movement. Over spins it. Leaves Tom with probably a pretty good save.
pretty good from here.
Very good.
Does he have enough room to kick between the 9 and 4? Or are we gonna see a? Oh, he's got plenty of room there. It looks like. I think the problem's gonna be getting enough pace on it to do anything worth a tree topped over it like that.
He actually hit that perfect because if he hits it any other way,
Right.
he's gonna sell it out.
Oh, what a roll! If Tom can't see the edge of this, I think he can kick that 2-4 combo in.
Yeah, that's
There
a
you
good
go.
shot.
I can bank that 2-way out of there and play his cue ball right behind the 9.
Shoot the same shot. He
Why
just
not?
made it. Might have to do a little more pace to get the 3.
I don't think there's any harm done there. Cue ball rolled out. Pete Beshta, thanks for the commentary. Thanks for tuning in, Pete.
Yeah, thanks, Pete. I think Pete was Coleman's first victim in the Jester match. And those were the days, weren't it? Weren't they?
What a
That
way
was
to
pretty fun.
What a way to spend your Sunday. Come out here, play some pool, eat some really good food, and then just suffer through watching Coleman play.
And me.
That's true. Did Coleman ever commentate one of your matches?
Yeah.
Okay. I couldn't remember. I remember.
I think he commentated all of them.
I thought I did a couple with.
No. Coleman did a couple without you.
Did he?
Yeah.
Oh, I think when Coleman was in it, I did one with MH and maybe one with Patrick.
So good kind of long straight in shot on that 8-ball by Tom. And
Nice out by
he gets
Tom.
on the board. Yeah, I thought Coleman did a couple without you.
That doesn't sound right. I was kind of bummed. I signed up for the Knights match, and kind of I don't know what all happened, but they're not doing it anymore. Obviously, well before I ever got to the table. Probably for the best after what I did on the KO 2.0 or whatever it was, where Dave Searing pretty much handed me my hind end.
You pretty much handed Dave all those games, though.
Uh,
Was that like a race to 13 and you
race to, yeah, maybe 13.
12 or 13 and you probably rattled
Accor-
6 9-balls?
according to Coleman's count, it was 6. Which, I mean, Dave played good, and,
He did.
you know, me just dogging 9-ball after 9-ball sure isn't a good thing. You know, I thought this year would be the year I really get back into it, but maybe next year.
Agreed. Kind of enjoying not traveling much and playing pool. You kind of hit that point like when you haven't played as long as I have or we haven't, it's like almost pointless to travel because we're just not going to be too competitive anymore.
Coleman with a foul. I thought he hit the 4-ball first. I think that 4 or 6, whatever was there. I think if Tom gets from the 3 to the 4 decent, he's in a pretty good spot here to run out.
I looked at my Fargo history a couple months ago, and like I had like 4 tournaments between like WSPA events, maybe 3. I don't remember, but it was just kind of nice taking a couple years off.
Yeah, it's a lot harder to come back and play that same speed, though. Well, some of us, it's harder.
I don't know what you're talking about. Oh, I agree 100%. I see like these, you know, the 600 and unders, and it's like, I don't think I can compete in those. You know, you watch some of these people playing in the KO challenges, and I just feel like I'm not playing at their speed, and some of these guys are like 50 points lower than me.
Yeah, it's sure is a sinking feeling watching your watching your Fargo plummet. Five-ball gonna go in? Not quite.
That would have been a great shot if he was going for the kick combo.
Wonder how fearless Coleman's feeling today. If he's gonna bank this 4 and try to get out, or you think he'll just duck, bank the 4 up table and try to kind of get behind the 9.
I would honestly drag into the 4-5. Like hit the 4,
yeah.
obviously drag into the 5. Your 4 is going to have enough pace on there to come down and back up.
Did he get him? Must have. Tom coming back for the jump cue. Looks like he's got to get over maybe a quarter to a half ball.
Yeah, this is like you got a nice break cue. You'd full cue jump this, you know. I think I like Tom to make this. I don't like the overhand here. I think that's a lot harder with that shot.
As I have a hard time doing the dart style jumping.
Especially that length. Like by the time your cue ball lands, I just feel like you probably accidentally put a little too much spin on it.
I think Coleman can bank this back towards the pocket where the cue ball is and basically play a two-way shot. He can make the 4 or he can wind up safe on it. Just like that.
He actually hit that really well.
He's about 2 ball lengths from that going in.
Tom can see it
Can he?
and pocket it. Yeah, it's pretty thin though. Be a good shot.
Got the 5 hanging in the corner, so he doesn't have
That
to
is a
worry too
nice
much
shot.
about shape.
Now here he's got to worry about shape. This is it's
Yeah,
pretty tough.
Push that 8 to close that window up to get on the 6. I think he might have hooked himself here.
He did hit that a little fat.
I try to mass it. Oh, tried to bank it.
Combo in the 9. Karam in the 9.
He's gonna get a roll too.
He did. Coleman's dead hooked.
There you go. Just like that. Coleman's got to make some kind of shot here. Been close twice. He's either going to miss the whole ball or make this one.
This one a little harder, I think. Like he's
over a whole ball.
Full ball. You know, this is identical to that shot from that video I made of Coleman. You know, I brought that out yesterday. Oh, I wonder if I could get that on the stream. Hey, Machine Gun, you listening? How do I send a video to the stream here?
Ooh. Tom left himself a little tester here. A little bit of green between him and the 8 ball.
He's already made about 4 long kind of
That's
cut
true,
shots
yeah.
or straight in shots.
Nice
Yeah,
shot,
his ball
yeah.
pocketing is really good.
This to tie it up.
Here's another bit of a tester. Oh no. There again, kind of got down pretty quick.
Yeah, that was when he gets down, he's real, a little bit slower with it. He sure pockets balls pretty well. Surely a 1 rail bank coming from Coleman. Claims to be the better bank for the family too. Knocks it down.
Yeah, I think I could see it.
Sean Ruzick, thanks for the compliment.
You both still play great. I appreciate that, Sean.
What are you doing over there? All right, Coleman to break up 3-1.
Just seeing how I can add a video to the
See
screen
how you
here.
can get into trouble out here. I'm starting to think I need to take the laundry off the pool table. Isn't that what everyone says? You get a pool table, it turns into a laundry table.
Oh yeah, I've had everything but laundry on that thing. I don't, the laundry room's not on the same level as the pool table, but everything else I've had on there.
Anytime I see a for sale post, for sale or for trade post with a pool table in it, it's almost guaranteed to be yours.
I had it for sale one time.
All right. I think the shot here is a 2 to the 4. Can't tell if that 4 passes the 7 and 6 or if he's got to get on the short side of it. Missed the bank. I don't think he did Coleman any favors here. Maybe a long straight in shot. Oh, you couldn't see it?
And he got looks like a little.
I
I
wonder
don't know if I'd call it lucky. It was kind of a nice pace on that shot.
can Tom see that too, or they've got to play rail first?
Oh, he could see right,
Oh, yeah,
see the
sure
whole
enough.
ball. Did not see that.
Tom with a pretty solid chance to get out here.
Moving that 7 kind of helped out a little bit.
Yeah, now he's got a huge window to get on the 6. You just play that 5 off the end rail and back up.
Oh boy,
Oh no,
that's kind of a.
that's just one of those shots that when that you couldn't shoot that cue ball in.
You know, we sure say that a lot, but it sure
It didn't
happens
fall
at
in.
that angle a lot. You know.
Coleman bearing down.
Oh boy, didn't like that
Right.
7 on the rail, so decided to move it.
Why not run into a ball with ball in hand?
Kind of.
Let up on that.
Kinda
I think he
lets
was trying
up
to
on
get
that,
behind
yeah.
the 9 ball.
Opens the door back up for Tom. And gives it back to Coleman. It certainly didn't
Nothing.
leave him very
Yeah,
well.
nothing easy here. Gets right down on it though, so he must have a plan. Bank it.
Uh, banks it a little short.
Good pace to keep it from being an easy one on the side.
I do think he can just cut this in the corner.
Yeah, you can hit it a little fat if you're worried about scratching, but I think you can cut that.
I think naturally your cue would come back behind the 8, shoot the 8 in the same pocket. Looks like he's banking it. Yes, sells out the 7. Where do you like playing the 8 on this, dude? Drawback
yeah,
for the side?
I like a slower stroke with a lot of spin on it.
Yeah. I don't think Coleman will do that. I think he's going to go. I think he was playing their shot. Definitely needed a little more spin on that. Or faster pace.
Yeah, should be able.
But he's still pretty good here, though.
Should be able to work it out from here. Roll that 8 in. Go 3 rails. Sure is getting a lot of foot traffic around here all of a sudden.
I didn't like the literal roll.
I like playing that a little more pace and shooting that 9 on the same side. This is a 9 ball that I'm not guaranteed to make.
That's a great shot.
Well done. On the hill. All right, Coleman to break. Up 4-1. I'm sure he'd like to finish a set off and head to the big 10 ball set. Dry break. This is why I'm bad at rotation, because I don't even know what you're supposed to do here. Bank the one and go get out, or what? Play safe, I'd imagine. Nice shot.
I think with the two balls there, like where he just kind of bumped into, I think he could have like dragged the cue ball down there.
Overcut that.
Looks like he does leave Coleman the shot.
Yeah, the hard one here is going to be to make the 3 and with enough pace to push that 7 out of the way so you can shoot the 4. And he's kind of thin on this too, so he's got to play like 2 rails out to the 3, doesn't he?
Can he shoot the? I mean, he's pretty much.
Took the 4 with his cue. Tom says leave it where it is.
Coleman's got that 4 right where he wants it.
Yeah.
I didn't see the draw out of that. I kind of figured it would have just been a back and forth. Bring the cue back where the 2 was.
I think he was trying to get a little bit greedy with the position.
It's a good shot.
I
A little more pace on it would have been real good.
Cut the 3 in and get that 9 ball move. That's what I do here.
Cuts the paint off of it. That was pretty thin.
That was. I doubt Coleman can see the edge of that 3.
I don't think he can, and it almost looks like he's hooked on both long rails.
Shoot it with a bunch of
Without
left.
some sort of
Yeah.
massive amount of spin.
Ooh, what a shot.
That's a good shot.
Didn't have to hang up, but it did, and I don't know that he wants to take on that 4 ball. Friday night cribbage tournament must be over.
Wonder who won.
Looks like a lot of happy guys coming out of there, so maybe they're all winners.
Greg Jennings. Just walking out.
In the flesh.
Kevin Stenell. This guy's too young to be playing cribbage.
Or he's a chaperone.
Caretaker.
Just barely missed it. Tom gives a ball in hand to Coleman. I wondered if that 4 goes on the side, that would make this a heck of a lot easier.
It does for sure.
Does it?
Yeah.
So I think I would go to the end rail to shoot that 3 ball instead of whatever this move is.
He
Get
is
in there and draw.
full table draw.
Yeah, just draw the heck out of it.
You know, he got perfect though.
Why wouldn't he? The reason I like going to the end rail is you can wind up, you basically play to the side rail and you cut that 4 in and it's natural to get on the 5. He's in a little
Almost.
bit steep there.
Almost. No, he's good.
Is he?
Yep.
I can't see the table, so I don't even. Just be
I don't
careful
like
not
the
to let
right
it-
he's putting on this, though.
Why is he putting right on? Why would you do that? You
I
just-
kind of liked him to just like kind of cut it in with some left and
right.
play the 6 on the side.
Six on the side, as we
Oh,
suggested.
Yeah. Well, that leaves Tom with ball in hand, 3 balls.
What do you like here? Do you play like a stop shot on the 7
like-
and 2 rails out on the 8, or do you play down to the end rail and play 1 rail out?
Yeah, I'd do the 7, 8, 9, I think. Yeah, I'm definitely shooting the 9 short side.
Yeah, here you just.
And here with this angle, he could do either. He could punch it out or follow 1 rail, 2
Maybe
rails.
would like to have gone a little bit further.
He's okay though.
Still very makeable for him. Overcut it.
You know, he's done that on a couple of the last balls where he just kind of gets down and shoots pretty quick. So I think when he watches it back, if he does, I think he might notice that. Probably a little bit of adrenaline, you know.
Yeah.
Get a little excited when you get down to the last ball.
You can tell they're both a little bit on edge. I think that's a tendency for everyone is hurry things up a little bit when you're not comfortable. All right. Now do we know all the rules for this one? Race to 4. If it gets to 3-3, they go to a shootout.
Oh boy. What are the shootout rules?
Dale, you better get in the vehicle and get down here. They go to a shootout, I'm going to sit in here like a lump because I ain't got a clue what to do.
If this goes to a shootout and we don't get 200 viewers, I'm going to be really pissed.
Call your friends.
Call your friends,
we're
like
not-
and share.
We're not leaving until we got 200.
We're hill in the sets, folks. We got set 1 to Tom, set 2 to Coleman. Says a best of 3 sets.
I will say these two are sure friendly. I like to see that. You know, not the complete enemies while the match is going on.
Dale says he's on his way.
You know what, Dale? We'll just take care of it. Well, we got a little bit of a tab situation you got to take care of.
Yeah. Just call, give him a credit card number. You know what? You better not. The first time we mentioned your name here, they almost hauled us out. What say you if they go hill, we just flip coins?
All right. Tom in a pretty good spot here, I think. Well, he's a little steep on this 3, but I think he's got plenty of room to get on the 4.
Needs
Just
that
a
to hurry up.
little more. He can might have room to bank that past the 6. Opts to play the safe.
Now, there's a safe I can never bring myself to play.
I just roll it to the rail.
Yeah.
Yeah, I try to get too creative sometimes, I think. I think this is like not a bad save. And the other thing is I always worry about my opponent just stitching me up from it.
I got into that. And the reason I would never do that is because when you get to that, you know, it always winds up being you're 3/8 of an inch away from the ball and you need to hit that shot. And I got into that with Keith Hunkins at the WSPA 10 ball and completely failed miserably.
Oh no, I think Tom just stitched himself up on the 7. Oh no. They're both having a good laugh about it.
I do believe
sports.
you're right. Hippie Bus Boutique.
Nothing better than pool on a Friday night.
Here I am sitting in Alabama watching amateur pool in Wisconsin again. Yep, you and me both. To be clear, I'm not in Alabama.
A couple more beers and you're going to be on Mars. Nice shot by Coleman. He does have to play. He's either got to play where he's not too steep on the 8 so he can kind of draw over and shoot the 9, or he's got to play the angle to shoot the other, you know, follow it and shoot the 9 in the other.
He does
corner.
have to get pretty good on this 8 here.
I don't know that I'd call that pretty good, but now
He
he can go
didn't, but he can at least roll it in. But wow, this is a tough shot to just roll in.
What do you think of going
4 rails?
four rails for shape on the 9? Just let her fly. This is a horrible camera view.
Well, it was good until this guy.
Did he roll that angle?
He
He
did.
had way less angle than I thought.
Let's try that one.
Yeah,
I'm just pushing buttons over here.
I bet you everyone would have liked this one about 20 seconds ago.
It was a good angle. We had the head-on view.
Nice shot by Coleman. He's won the first game of every set, hasn't he? What a machine.
Yep. Oh, I just realized these buttons. I bet these buttons correspond with these sayings.
Oh, boy.
Should we push one? Oh, no. Why would you push that?
I want so much for that camera.
Hold on. No, they're just scenes. We just have to push. We just have to find the right scene.
Oh, no.
I told you not to push that.
Oop, Coleman scratches on. Didn't he scratch on the first break, too?
He did.
What is he doing?
What view did we just have on that?
I think it was that one, but it's zoomed in. There you go.
No, that's too far.
Yeah, it was zoomed out. It's like that.
Oh, that was that the room view?
I think so.
Well, Tom just misses that, but he
winds up
definitely
safe on
comes out okay.
Dale says he's enjoying watching as well, not listening. What a coincidence, Dale.
How could we
That's pretty-
rotate that?
I think you're good there.
No, I want to kind of roll it.
I don't know what you're doing, but it's not getting better.
We'll change it in a second. So
Coleman
Coleman
gives
with
a
a
fallen hand.
foul.
That's 2.
Yes, it is.
Bank that 1 ball. Roll up on the back of the 8. I think he's gonna. I wonder if he's gonna try to 3 foul him.
No, he's just going to pocket this. He's probably unaware of the 3 foul or oblivious to the Coleman being on 2 fouls. But yeah, that was definitely probably a missed opportunity for Tom to attempt a 3 foul.
He could wind up safe behind the 10 here yet.
Oh wow, that was quite a tough roll there for Coleman.
Kicking at 1 rail.
Do you think it's these buttons?
I think you need to slow down on the button pushing.
Well, why do you suppose there's so many?
So many buttons, it's a keyboard. Gotta have all the letters.
Pretty much a roadmap out here for Tom.
Do you play just like a stop shot on the 9 and shoots a 10 in the...
Oh God, no.
You try to get all the way up table?
Oh yeah.
Oh, really?
Yep.
Oh, boy. I think I like just shooting that.
Well, from here, I think you probably play the 10 in the corner.
I think the whole rack I'm playing that 10 in the corner. Maybe a little tester that close to the rail, but I think he's got to be a favorite to make it.
So Tom to tie it up. 1-1. Overcuts it.
it.
How's it gonna lie for Coleman here?
Not right in front of the hole. No.
Pretty good. Pretty fortunate for Coleman.
Very fortunate.
He's really thinking here.
Yeah.
What do you suppose he's wondering about?
Trying to figure out how to spin it into
He's
a
got
pocket.
top on here.
Oh, boy. He is unsure of where his cue ball is going. Good shot. 2-0. I think Tom would like to have that 9-ball shot back and a little more pace to get off the rail a little bit.
Yeah, for sure.
Always tough when you're pretty close to the rail with your cue ball.
You know what? How about I find that all offense tournament?
Been talking about it for 2 hours.
I know.
I would have thought you would have found it by now.
Mad Apple. Oh, very top page on the Mad Apple Player Society Facebook page.
Lucky you.
It's a lot of info here.
Another
Basically, you just break a rack of 8-ball, right?
Yep. And run all the balls.
And then you just run all the balls.
Shoot until you miss, and I think that's your score for that rack. And then
You-
add your racks up.
Okay, you play it from the from where the cue ball lies, or ball in hand in the kitchen. Shoot till you miss or scratch. Record your score at the end of 4 tables, and add them all together. Seems easy enough.
Tom was a little bit of a tough one on the 3. He knocks it down, no sweat.
Only a $30 entry.
Boy, if I didn't have other obligations tomorrow, I think I'd be over for that.
Actually, every round is an entry. So
Oh, keeps adding.
$30 entry for round 1, 30 for round 2, 40 for round 3.
How many rounds? Well, I
Wow,
suppose-
that could get a pretty good payout.
Yeah. Do they pay out by round, or is it?
I don't know that.
Well-
No, I kind of doubt it. I
Yeah,
think you,
probably just keeps adding up. Should draw a pretty good crowd. The only thing you're fighting is the first couple weeks of really nice weather.
that was a really tough shot to jack up,
Yeah.
and I don't know if you saw what he was doing there.
Yeah. I got a good look at it. I got nothing else to look at.
Well, but I mean, like how he was cueing on
Oh, yeah.
the ball with where you were sitting. I don't know if you had the vantage point.
You want to get rid of that plate?
No.
Coleman back at the table.
That's a really nice shot.
Yeah.
He doesn't like the shape, but he's absolutely fine. I mean,
Yeah.
just cut this in the side, and I don't think you're gonna lose your cue ball.
I think you could maybe play just a little bit of right on it and play to
Yes.
the end rail and back out. Undercut it, trying to hold it.
Yeah, I didn't get the trying to hold it. I think he should have just hit it. Hit it. You know, it didn't even have to be some pace if you're gonna naturally hit it pretty thin.
I think Tom can play pretty much a stop shot and wind up with a good angle on that 8. We had an angle going down to the rail. I didn't know that. I think I'm just pretty bad at commentary.
It's a little bit of a tester.
Yeah, kind of off the rail and just kind of awkward angle. I wonder if Coleman will play.
How much of an angle does he have on this? Oh, he's pretty good. You just draw that back. Ideally, you draw it back, what, a couple feet?
Just
Take the angle shooting coming down this way, but
yeah.
now he's kind of got to put a stroke on this.
Yeah, he either needed to punch that and go out further so he can, it doesn't have to work so hard to get back to the 10, or he needed to draw back, like you said, and play that.
Oh, he's
angle.
drawing this yet, too.
Oh, boy. What a shot.
That was a very, very nice
Yeah,
shot.
really good shot.
He's not out of the woods yet here. This is a bit of a tester, too.
He does look like he's starting to loosen up a little bit. Hung it for Tom.
Yeah, it was a little bit of a tough shot. I think I hit that in with quite a bit more pace.
Yeah, I'm usually a little bit firmer on that. I really thought he was gonna knock that down after that 9-ball shot. It was a pretty tough shot to hit it that pace and draw it.
Yeah.
I would have figured confidence at an all-time high.
And if he had just got like a few more inches on that off of that 9-ball, he would have been perfect.
Dale predicting a 1-hour shootout. Unfortunately, Coleman has the keys, so we can't threaten to leave him here.
What's a 1-hour shootout? Like it's gonna take that long?
Yeah.
Like they each keep missing for an hour, or they each keep drilling each shot for an hour?
I'll probably knock them all center pocket for an hour. Dry break from Tom. This is if Coleman runs out of this rack, I'll be surprised. This is a pretty tough one.
I think if it were to go to a shootout, I think Tom probably has the advantage.
Yeah,
He's made kind of some long
his ball pocketing has been. I think his ball pocketing has been quite a bit better than Coleman's today. So get right behind the 4. That didn't have to happen. Second time, not quite.
just misses it both times. With the 3-8 here, do you consider maybe 3 following him?
Oof. I just try to play short side on a 3.
Yeah, I mean, you definitely have enough space to do that, but you kind of need somewhat of a flat angle to wind up good on the 4 yet.
Yeah, that's true.
I don't think Coleman's looking at that one bit, but I do think that
I'll probably just shoot the 2, combo the 3-8.
I do think
Overcut
that
the 2, get right on top of the 3.
I do think that the 3 follow was the play there. Hey Dale, why don't you message me the rules for the shootout? I wonder if these guys even know. I mean, they probably have them somewhat handy, but
Yeah.
just so we know what the hell we're talking about.
I don't think we've known what we're talking about all whole stream.
I would strongly disagree with that.
You play the 8. Thank you. There's that cash on the table. Thank you. Oh, you said you didn't want to get rid of it.
Well, it's fine.
Leave it here. I'll put it on the table.
Okay.
I'm going to bother Coleman to put it on the table.
That was a good shot by Tom.
I missed it because I was catering
Well,
to your
it's,
every need.
And
Ooh,
just
Hank for
rattles that.
5.
Not quite a sellout rack. He's
slowly going to be forced to make a beer mid here. Do you go 2 rails out to the 6, or you try to draw it?
yeah, I go 2 real out for sure.
How about 2 rails right behind the 9?
I've been known to do that.
Calls the bank on the 6.
Oh, that's right. We're call shot now.
That's going to wind up good for Tom. Well, that's a toughie. I play this with bottom left on it, cutting it to that top right corner, and then hoping to hold it for that 7 on the side.
Well, it
I
kind of
think that
dresses up a
passes.
little nicely for Coleman.
I think you can just play top and run into the 9. Be all right.
I'd stun over. I think it's I mean, as long as you could hit the 9 full. Okay. See, I thought he might have like brushed off the side of it and hooked himself, but well, no early 10, so I don't think we're gonna see a carom on the 10. He's I think, I mean, you just cut this to the right side of the pocket, or actually, he could probably cut it to either side.
I think you can do.
And yep, and do
Right.
exactly what he just did.
Now I just got to make sure he gets enough. Looks like he's going to push that 10 towards the pocket.
Looks like he's okay.
Nice shot.
Absolutely perfect.
Just want to get on the hill.
It looked like he was gonna draw like a little too much.
Coleman officially on the hill, 3-1. Good to see his mom rooting for him in the chat. Hope she's enjoying the stream.
Someone finally rooting for Coleman in the chat. And Dale says Messenger isn't working. Must be banned.
Which one, you or Dale?
Not me. Oh, Chris Bender sent me the flyer 2 hours ago. Thanks, Chris. Appreciate that.
We're on top of things. Appreciate it.
Dale says, message me your phone number. Messenger isn't working. Seems
It's-
like a trick.
Incredibly, Coleman has scratched on all 4 breaks.
be surprised if I don't have Dale's phone number. Dale, is your phone number 92? I'm just kidding. I won't give it out.
Well, the problem ball here is the 5 for sure.
I think that 5-10 probably goes.
Yeah, I think you might be right.
5-10 definitely goes. He's a little tricky here on the 4, though. Oops. Yeah, kind of a tough shot. Kind of jacked up over that,
Yeah.
and leaning over the table.
What do you like for a safe here? Right edge of the 4 ball, roll the 4 onto the 8, and your cue ball up towards that top right corner. Went the other way.
It was a
Good one.
good shot. I don't think he's got the edge of.
I believe he broke that 8 and 10 up enough to make the 8 ball.
Definitely doesn't have the edge.
Calls the 4 in the side.
All right, I got the rules here.
Ooh.
Almost
I
drills
thought
it.
he can.
And he gets good. He got.
There you go.
Did he get the?
Yeah, it looks like he's got him hooked. Just barely. Half ball. Quarter ball. Sliver.
All right, I got the rules here.
Don't read them. We'll just go off what we think.
Commentator pay. Commentator pay. I don't know if I see that. $900 per hour.
Huh.
It's pretty good. Well, Coleman gets a legal hit. I'd like the jump there. I mean,
Yeah. I think I take a stab at it.
I don't think you were ever going to get safe there shooting it like that.
Uh-oh. Tom has put himself in jail.
I think he hit that a little too thick and kind of.
Yeah, it never really came out. Gonna go airborne again.
This is a really tough hit, I think. Especially, I mean, he's bumping into the guy behind him doesn't help either. I like the angle he took at that. It was a lot. You know, some of those other ones that he was like just upright a little too much.
Yep. Coleman calling the bank on the 6 ball. Probably play this kind of pocket weight. Scratch on it, why not?
Oh boy. I think that was definitely a kind of like a 10 ball. Like,
Yeah.
you don't play safe in 10 ball. Like, you might as well just call something.
Yeah.
There's definitely no attempt at making that, I don't think. A little tight shape on the 8 ball here.
Yeah, I'll be interested to see if he can get drew the heck out of that.
I kind of doubt Tom's thinking this, but opportune time for Coleman's already on 1 foul. Might as well maybe play an attempt to get on another one. It certainly doesn't sell out the rack, but that one rail bank is probably pretty.
I think he can play that one rail bank and like draw back to shoot the 9 up. And that
He is queuing in the pocket a little bit, so he does have
should have the full
almost a
ball.
full cue ball.
I think he can draw behind the 9 and 10 as like a safety.
We definitely call the. Yeah, okay, I think he is doing your shot.
That was
So
the
this
one
hasn't
thing
come
that
up
could go
yet.
wrong.
Hasn't come up yet, but Coleman made the ball in an unintended pocket. So Tom actually has the option to shoot this 9 ball or
Nice shot.
give it back to the shooter. All right, 3-2 in favor of Coleman.
Tom clawing his way back.
All right, so if Tom wins this game, it will become a shootout. Shootout rules: each player will get 3 attempts at a spot shot on the 10 ball. Right side, right side again. See diagram below. So basically just a stop shot. And there seems to be a position in which you can put the cue ball
Yeah, I think there's a
and the
there's a box.
diamond.
Yep. Now is this like the Predator Tour where if they make their first 3 then they back up a diamond?
No.
Or is it always from the same
No.
box? Okay.
If one player makes more than the other out of the 3 attempts, then the match is won. If both players tie, then it will go to a sudden death shootout, starting with the left side. Players will continue to shoot spot shot until one player misses.
Got it all figured out. JJ, I agree. I talked with Tom right before the match, and yeah, it's with all the issues he's had, it's great to see him out here.
So the first shootout, right, left, right. Second shootout, left, right, left.
Okay. Coleman with a chance at a 1 rail bank here.
So this is interesting here. Players will continue to shoot spot shots until one player misses. Well, wouldn't you rather go second then? Like what if player 1 has shot an extra shot like at the end and that's the shot that he misses?
What do you mean?
So it goes to a sudden death, and they just keep going back and forth. Well, let's say they made one, and let's say they each made 1,
Right.
and then player A shoots because he shoots first, and I miss. Well,
Yeah, but player 2's got to shoot. Player B's got to shoot.
not according to this. It says players will continue to shoot spot shots until one player misses.
Dale, clear that up. But my interpretation of it would be that they're both shooting each inning. So until one misses and one makes it. So if they both miss, it goes to another inning. If they both make it, it goes to another inning.
Just reading the rules as they're written.
Big rule guy.
Probably
wanna
didn't
hit
want to
that.
bump that 9.
We should probably get our commentary back to the match and not to the rules.
What do you do here? I mean, you call the bank, play a two-way,
Yeah.
try to get the cue behind the 8-9.
Yeah, I think I call the bank, but I'm playing mostly cue ball.
He's drawing, though, so he's probably not playing the cue ball. He didn't.
And he's going to catch a
Didn't
roll
fill out.
here. Do you 3-ball combo that 10-ball?
Billy, I don't 3-ball combo anything.
I don't know. Me either. I guess he could bank the 7 between the 8 and the rail, or pass the 8-ball and like try to roll up on the 9. It looks like he's eyeing up the combo. Makes the combo.
Makes it.
Don't
Oh, boy.
do that. Don't do that.
Ooh. Mighty close. So that 10-ball where it spots up. These guys are just having a jolly old time.
I believe Tom thought that was a win. I don't think he. I don't think he remembered that it was 10-ball. Has to be the last ball shot.
Oh,
I think
boy.
that's what they're laughing about.
Okay.
Little tough to get on the 9. He's got to put some pace on it.
He's got a good angle, though. Like,
Yeah.
you know, you can. He hit that really well.
Yep. This is looking like a shootout.
Just roll this in. Ooh,
Wiped its feet off.
he was sweating on that one. Like and share, folks. We're going to a shootout.
Is this the first shootout of the KO challenge?
I don't know.
Is this the inaugural shootout?
Not sure. 35 viewers. Go tell them to stop. We're not playing. We're not shooting. Another shot.
Yeah. Hold up, guys. We're not starting until 200 show. Tune in. Now, during the shootout, you got to make sure you're watching this so you don't spoil it for everyone. Looks like we're reading the rules, and Coleman's a very slow reader, so it's going to take a little while.
Go out there and help them, for God's sakes. They're never gonna. He's never gonna figure it out.
Dale ought to be here any minute.
"31 viewers. We just had 35. Come on, folks.
They can't take the pressure.
Who was just calling me? Dale Lorenz. Dale Lorenz just called.
Oh, boy.
I'll call you if it goes to a shootout.
This feels like you're going to have to get out of the booth.
We're gonna put him on speaker so the whole world can hear.
Do we each go right, left, right, or do we both shoot right, both shoot
Come on, Jeff.
Hello.
Hold on. He's got Dale.
You're on speaker. Hopefully everyone can hear you.
Super.
Do they go...
Then I give you a feeble rules instruction.
Do your best.
Are you listening?
Well, you already got the first part of it. So what you said, though, is after the players each get 3 shots.
Yep.
And then it goes to a sudden death. It's just 1 shot per guy in the same order that they were playing. If the first guy makes it, obviously the second guy has an opportunity to make it as well. If he misses, it's over. and vice versa. So if the first player shoots and misses, the second player has an opportunity to come up and make it and win the match.
Okay, perfect. So the first shootout is right, left, right, correct?
You got it.
And then the second shootout is left, right, left.
It's not really a second shootout. That's the sudden death. But yes.
Oh,
it
that's the
starts
sudden death.
on-
Okay, gotcha.
Do they
Starts on the left side.
do they shoot consecutively?
Do they shoot 3 shots consecutively, or do they
Nope.
alternate shots?
Alternate shots.
Alternate.
Alternate shots. And who
It's whoever won the leg
who
shoots first.
decide or who shoots first?
Whoever just won the last game, so that would be Tom.
Tom, you shoot first.
All right, sounds good, Dale. I think we got it.
All right, give me a shout if you need me.
I will. Thanks.
Thanks, Jim.
Incredible.
Very succinct rule set, Dale.
First one in for Tom.
All right, we got 1-0. Interesting how he shot that too. Did you see that? He kind of like stunned it.
Yeah.
Like, I could not shoot that spot shot like that.
One to one.
Very nice shot. We are neck and neck. So we're on the left side. Shot number 2.
Another nice shot by
Drills
Tom.
it. I think Dale's right. We are going to have a hour shootout.
Center pocket. Very nice. 2-2. Yeah, I don't know which player I'd want to be here. Probably
I was
number
just
one.
I was just thinking that. I think number 1 for sure.
Yeah.
Until you miss,
Yeah.
you know. Wow, these guys.
Very nice.
5 spot shots in a row. You could give both of us 20 tries, and we are not making 5 spot shots in a row. I mean, between the two of them, you know, I guess
Yeah.
I'm saying. I know I'm
The-
not making
the
5 in a row.
Final shot of the first round. So this is actually sudden death for Coleman already.
Yes.
Knocks it down. Officially sudden death, so now I'll just keep going, alternating left and right. Till one of them misses. Well, till one of them makes it and the other one misses. These guys are having a time out here, too. That's
Good,
great to see.
Good fist bump. Both players there. Wow. I did not think he made that. Just catches the outside of the pocket. The outer points, as Dale would say.
Oh, no. That's how it ends.
No, yeah. Tom made it and Coleman missed it.
All right, well.
Yep.
What a thrilling evening of pool. from the Mad Apple Burger and Billiard in Appleton, Wisconsin. Congrats to Tom. Clawing his way back in that final set to make it hill and push it to the shootout.
Yeah. Dale just called me there. I had to pick up, just make sure nobody screwed anything up. We are good to go. Tom did win the shootout. That was a hell of a
Yeah.
shootout too. Did not expect, how many spot shots in a row. That's pretty impressive by both players. And hell of a match for both players.
Well,
I guess that's it.
we'll go home.
Guys, make sure you tune in to the rest of the KO Challenge matches. You can find the majority of those, probably the majority of those on Outer Points Productions.
Thank you guys.
Oh, Tom, you don't have to do that.
Yeah, you don't have to do that.
No, I want to. Your time costs something to me.
Oh, man. Really appreciate
Thanks,
it. Great
Tom.
shooting.
Appreciate
No
that.
problem. Thanks for doing the commentating, guys.
Generous donation from Tom. Thanks, I very much appreciated.
Can't wait till we get our
Yeah, again,
donation
guys,
from,
tune in
Dale.
to the rest of the KO matches at Outer Points Productions, held at Varsity Club. Make sure you check out his other events that he's got going on. The Midwest KO Challenge, paying out $35,000 for first place. Make sure you guys check that out.
He's got another 625 and under coming up too. I see his
Oh, yeah.
is full.
Yep. So congrats to Dale. I think everyone appreciates what you're doing. And I think that's it for us. Have a good night.